question, the member from Welland.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. 124 workers from the Rideau Carleton Racetrack are here with us today in the gallery. They're members of the Public Service Alliance of Canada. They've been locked out of work by the OLG, the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation, since just before Christmas. And all because they rightly refuse to have their decent pensions gutted from their collective agreements. This government has been promising a secure income retirement through its ORPP for all Ontarians, while at the same time turning a blind eye to the OLG making cuts to their workers' superior pension plans. This is the height of hypocrisy. Absolutely. Will the minister explain?
The member will withdraw.
Withdraw. Minister, explain why his Liberal government will allow the OLG to treat these workers and their families this way.
Thank you. Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the concerns of the individuals who have travelled here today overnight. It's a very difficult situation for them and their families. Mr. Speaker, they're here in the gallery today, as mentioned, and I want them to know that I value their work, and I think all of us in this House respects their rights. Mr. Speaker, we want everyone to be at their best. This ongoing labour disruption at the slots at Rideau is not easy for anyone. I also respect the collective bargaining process that's underway and that mediators are involved. Mr. Speaker, OLG says, and I believe they've had this discussion now, is willing to go back to the bargaining table, and I remain hopeful that this matter will be resolved as soon as possible.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, that's interesting because certainly the workers haven't heard that.
Yeah. That's right.
So, Speaker, let's be clear. The OLG is a Crown corporation. It takes its marching orders from the government. So we have these workers and their families here with us today. They've been out of work since before Christmas. They're without a job. They're without a paycheck. And the OLG has even cut their health benefits. We have workers here that need medications just to function every day, and they have not had any health benefits since the lockout. All of this under the Liberal government's watch. Will the minister tell these 124 workers and their families who are here today why the Liberal government has done nothing to get the Crown Corporation back to the table and nothing to get these workers back to work?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's disappointing that the member opposite, from the NDP no less, is suggesting that we negotiate outside of the collective bargaining process. They themselves know fully well that that's the way it should continue. We respect that every employee should be treated fairly and respectfully, and it's appropriate not to negotiate now outside of the process.
Finish, please.
Mr. Speaker, I can confirm this, that in fact it is the issues for dispute are around wages and pensions. I recognize that. I also recognize that the OLG and others have made a number of proposals already that has been consistent with 17 others that they've ratified with the OPS, including the security services by the OPSU at the Rideau Carleton just last November. The conciliatory by the Ministry of Labour has put in place. They've called a meeting as of last January. It's unfortunate they didn't come to an agreement. I am very hopeful, though, that they will and they'll get back to the bargaining table where it should to get this resolved. We recognize that's important. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.